Alright guys, welcome back, and in this lesson I want to talk to you about this area right here, and this is under the Extender tab. This is where you manage all of your Burp extensions. So essentially, as you already know, Burp comes with a bunch of tools that we went over for the last, however many videos. What you can also do is if you say, you know what, I actually want to add a new feature to Burp Suite, you can actually write it, and I'll show you guys the API of how you do that later on. But a lot of people write additional tools to add additional features, and you can download them and add them to Burp. So just like you would download an app for your phone, you can pretty much do the same thing with Burp. Now, before I continue and show you guys how to install them and use them, I just want to warn you, these apps, these features, they aren't written by Burp. They're written by other people. Now, obviously, anyone using Burp Suite is in one way or another a hacker. Maybe ethical hacker, maybe not, who knows. But whenever you're downloading these programs, make sure that it's from a trusted source. Don't just start finding a bunch online, clicking download, because, well, that's never a good idea. So anytime you want to browse it, you go to this tab right here, B App Store. I guess this is, their version of the App Store. Not as, aesthetically pleasing as Apple's or, Android, but hey, it's what we got. So, I probably don't even need to show you how to use this. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just click through them. You can, look at the rating, and anytime you click it, it gives you a nice little description, maybe some of the tools that are in it. One cool one that I like to use is this right here. This is CO2. And if you guys ever use SQL Map, or maybe you need a user generator, for example, you're signing up for a website and you need like 1,000 fake users, then this will help you with that. Also, if you guys noticed in other sections of Burp Suite, whenever you look at JavaScript, it is kind of cluttered and it doesn't really look that great. It comes with a prettier JS, which pretty much just formats it and makes it a lot more readable. So again, just a bunch of different tools are included in this extension. So alright, looks pretty cool. Maybe I will install it. So click it, hit install. It goes online, finds it, grabs it for you, and check it out. I don't even know if you guys noticed, but we now have an additional tab right here. So you click on this tab, which is the extension, and as we can see, it came with a whole slew of tools. Pretty sweet, eh? Now, another thing that I should tell you guys is these extensions, they don't just have to be written in Java. They can be written in Python, Ruby. You have an API and you can pretty much use it however you want. Now, anytime you have a tool that depends on, let's say, Python, you need to hop over in Options, and of course you need to have Python installed on your computer. So this is where you say, okay, Options, here is my jar, here is my Python configuration, Ruby, whatever. So there you go. That is how you set up Burp to work with other programming languages, and might as well just look at a quick demo of one of these tools. So let's say that we wanted to use the I don't know, user generator. Just use this one since it's right here. So this is pretty much just going to generate a bunch of names, and you can pick the range that they come from. I'll say, I don't know, maybe anything from 1980 to 2000. I'll have a mixed case. If you just do lowercase, then they're all going to be lowercase, which is kind of weird looking. So mixed case and mixed case. This means that the first letter in each name is capitalized. So in the delimiter, I'll show you guys with like minus minus. This is just the space in between them. So if you hit add combos, it's going to generate them all and add them for you. Now usually you just want to have a space right here instead of minus minus. And of course, what you can do is you can just copy all of these and use them, for example, in a payload with Intruder. Pretty sweet. And to delete them, I'm just going to select them all. And I'll just use a space as the delimiter this time and hit add combos. Boom, look at that. Now, if you ever have a bunch of these apps installed, then your Burp Suite toolbar can get a little bit cluttered. So what you can do is in Extender, Extensions, this is where you can manage the entire apps, not the individual tool settings, but just the entire apps. You can either uncheck loaded and it'll just hide it from that toolbar. You can choose to remove it completely by hitting remove, and if you have one of these tools selected, then it usually has settings down below. For example, for the output, whenever this generates output, do you want to output it to the system console, which pretty much just means print it within the program, or do you want to save it to some, I don't know, like some text file, whatever. But there you go. And the last thing I want to explain is if you ever want to build your own plugin, then what you can do is you can go over to APIs, and this is all the documentation of how you can build your own app, plugin, feature, whatever you want to call it. So there you go, write your own, download someone else's, don't download them at all, but a lot of these are actually really cool and add a lot of functionality to Burp Suite. So now you know about it, and well, there you go.